To that 14 News update from Oakland City University. President Ron Dempsey says donors are still gathering the $1 million needed to pay employees. Emma Beck has been following this situation closely and has the latest update for us.
The money from the donors is meant to cover employees' last 2 missed paychecks, as well as the one they're supposed to get this Friday. President Dempsey said the money would hit OCU's accounts today, which as of last check, it did not. He says once the money is available, employees can pick their check up from campus or have it mailed, but he will email staff about their options. We have learned from employees they have lost the access to send emails to certain OCU faculty email lists. Many employees were previously using those lists to ask questions and respond to administration and staff as a whole. Now, as we've reported, students have had issues getting transcripts and other necessary documents from the university. Dr. Dempsey said those services resumed this week, and we've heard from students who've confirmed they've received those. We have reached out to Dr. Dempsey multiple times for an interview, to which he has not responded.